Does it make a difference if your water has a lot of calcium or something like that?
Yeah, I would say your water type definitely has an effect on how the detergent works and how effective the scouring process will be. Um,
Okay.
there's a book, and I'll have to link to it, um, that really goes through a lot of the scientific piece of water and those sorts of things. And then
Okay.
fossil fibers, they have a couple blog posts that are pretty
Oh,
include some really
nice.
good information about like different scouring agents and how they're affected by different water types
Ooh,
and
okay.
what they remove versus other scouring agents. So
Okay.
definitely connect you with those.
So how long should I plan on?
So when I did my fleece pack for the demo, I washed. I did a one hot soak, two 5%, one 3%, and a rinse. So together, that's probably an hour and 15. So I'd say probably shoot for 2 hours just for the transition times and things.
If you do more fleece, does it need more time in the water scouring?
No, not necessarily. I
Okay.
usually say about 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
And the key in there is you don't want it to drop your temperature to drop below 140 degrees. So you want to make sure. So within that time, typically your water will stay above 140 degrees. Because if you drop below that, then your lanolin is going to start to re-solidify onto your fleece
And
set.
then
Because
in
then
the
it would,
15 minutes,
it's not going to drop
it's
that
not
much.
gonna make it down to 140 before the 15 minutes are up, and then it's
Exactly.
got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
But heat causes things to move around, right?
Yeah.
Molecules and whatnot. And so with wool, you don't really want to be like heating it up, cooling it off, heating it up,
Exactly.
cooling it off,
Yeah.
right? So,
So when I'm doing my washing with the 3 compartment sink behind me,
uh-huh.
I will before I remove it from one bath and put it into the next, I'll have the next filled up and ready. So then when I squeeze it
Mm.
out, I just put it right in there. So it's always keeping that constant temperature.
So if I wanted to, I could be doing it in here, do the same thing.
Oh yeah, if you had 2 pots, you totally could be
I have
doing it
two
that way.
pots.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how high we got it. And then I'll just use sink water. What do we got here? Oh, yeah. I didn't bring it to boiling, but you're nice and high up there. 169, 165. Oh, wow. Maybe I need to add, well, if it's at
And
one,
I do you have enough water in there, you think?
I have a lot of water in there. That's my concern. It's at 155, 156.
You're perfect. Go ahead and use that.
Okay. Okay. Then I'm heating my pot on the stove right now.
Nice. Now make sure when you put it on your glass top, you don't shatter it.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I am so glad you said that. Oh my word. Oh my gosh. Thank you. 180. Okay. Okay, I tried to heat it less.
That's okay. It's easier to bring it down than to bring it up.
Okay. The other one was up at like 205, so that's good. That didn't help. Well, I guess it did. 167, 66. Then before I put that back in, I'm gonna start this going just because it takes a really long time, apparently, to
Okay.
heat up. Actually, I'm learning all sorts of things just based on efficiency because while I was doing that, this is cooling off. Yeah. So
Oh, you're
next
fine
time
though.
I will do that. I will go add that and get it started after I get my fleece in there and the lid on it because we're
Yeah.
down to 154 now. Okay. So when I take the fleece out of here, it's going to be super duper drippy wet.
Yep.
I'm gonna press the water out like a sweater, and then can I just set it on the table while I go pour out my water?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or sometimes like I'll have an extra bucket that I'll put it in. So that way the
Oh,
water,
right.
like if there's any water drips out of it, like it stays in that bucket.
If I wanted more lanolin, because say I was going to make a sweater that I wanted to be like a work sweater or for
Uh-huh.
wearing outside, um, I would simply do less washes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And over time, do you get a feel for like what that's gonna mean as far as how much lanolin is in the wool?
Yeah, it's definitely something that you gain from experience. So I think I was telling you about the time I had my first fleece that I like full fleece that I washed and I didn't get it all out. And it wasn't
Uh-huh.
until I had more experience with washing fleece that I felt it again and realized, oh, yeah, it wasn't quite as clean as I thought it was.
Okay. And then you were able to wash it again.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. How does my fleece dry?
So what we'll do after the last rinse, we'll squeeze out as much water as we can, and then we'll lay it out on a screen or a towel or a screen is ideal because you can get air all the way around it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have that, you could do a towel and
Okay.
just make sure that you could just flip it every once in a while to let it dry. And putting it out in the sun is probably the best because it'll help dry
Okay.
it fastest.
Do I want to do the whole roll it up in a towel like I would a sweater?
You could.
But you also don't have to.
No, you don't. I think especially with 4 ounces, like just
Okay.
pressing the water out is definitely going to be enough. Honestly, I would just squeeze it out and lay it out on your window screen and
Okay.
put it in the sun, and it'll be good.
Okay.
If you were doing a whole fleece, you would just have like 5-gallon buckets and multiples of them?
Yeah, I would. I like to break it down into like 1 pound bags of
Okay.
fiber, and then use the 5-gallon buckets to
Okay.
wash them that way.
So when you sell your fiber, like when I go and I buy fleece that's washed and ready to spin, this is the process that someone took the time to go through. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So either it was done at a mill or done at home. So it depends on. So that depends on the scale and the. Because if you're washing more wool at once, like you can scale it and find some efficiencies that way. But it's still you still have to
Right.
wait. Like it still takes time and still takes a lot of hot water.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're paying a mill, then that's an added expense.
Yep. And that's why some mills, if you wash it and it meets their standards for being run through their carders. So, i.e., you get all the lanolin out.
Mm-hmm.
That actually helps the mill because the biggest bottleneck for most mills is the washing process.
Okay. Okay.
So sometimes that will help you get your fiber through faster because they don't have to put it through that scouring process.
Right. They get to kind of jump ahead in line.
Yep.
I feel like I learned so much.
Yeah, so much of it is just about the experience.
It
And
is.
like once you figure it out, like then it's pretty easy. But sometimes just it's a natural process, and so trying to understand all those nuances can be just a little bit of a learning curve.